Over the years, the NBA has provided us with some memorable moments to cherish for a lifetime. From unreal slam dunks like this, to Steph Curry and his trademark half-court heaves. Or Kawhi's Game 7 buzzer beater against the Sixers. These superhuman athletes consistently put on a show for fans. But then there's the other kind of action certain viewers love, and that's NBA beef. It's natural for conflict to arise in such a competitive game, and it makes for great TV. And with the regular season starting today, I wanted to take a look at some of the forgotten player rivalries and dust-ups that have occurred in the National Basketball Association. Starting with the beef between two point guards that involved family members and elbows, welcome to Volume 1 of Forgotten NBA Beefs, Isaiah Thomas vs. Dennis Schroder. First, we have to take things back a few years ago to the 2016 postseason, which was a very different looking NBA. LeBron was still on the Cavs, KD was on the Thunder, and the Warriors had just broken the regular season wins record. Coming off a 48-34 record, the 4th seed Atlanta Hawks were hungry to avenge their semifinal sweep of the previous year at the hands of LeBron's Cavs. Led by head coach Mike Budenholzer, they did not have a true superstar and instead played a brand of basketball focused heavily on ball distribution. You can take a look at the Hawks roster that season and notice not a single guy remains on the team today. At the time, Dennis Schroder was merely Jeff Teague's understudy. Picked 17th overall in the 2013 draft, he would eventually take over the starting spot once Jeff was traded in the offseason. Dennis averaged a respectable 11-6-2 during the regular season. Pitted against them were the Boston Celtics, the 5th seed with an identical record and a team rebuilding from its Big Three championship era. They also lacked a true star, or so people thought, until the breakout season of Isaiah Thomas. The pint-sized point guard averaged 22 points per game and received his first All-Star nod. Not too shabby for a guy who's 5'9" and was picked last in the draft. With the series in full swing, the Hawks got off to a strong 2-0 lead at home, winning Game 1 by the skin of their teeth before blowing Boston out of the building a few days later. However, the momentum swung the Celtics' way when the series went to TD Garden, where they have one of the strongest home court advantages in the league. During the first quarter of Game 3, Schroder took an elbow to the face from IT that went uncalled, so of course, he took exception to it. He took matters into his own hands down the court by shoving Thomas to the ground, which he only received a personal foul for as they continued drawing back and forth. Thomas would go on to score 42 points en route to a Celtics victory, but would retroactively receive a flagrant foul by the league for the elbow. After the game, Thomas claimed it was an accident, saying, "I didn't mean to hit him in the head. He got mad, he was talking, but it's playoff basketball. That's what it's about. I'm not going to back down from anybody, and he knows that." However, Schroder thought the cheap shot was intentional, which it probably was, and he fired back and said this.
I'm not going to let nobody slap me in my face. And, I told him that if you want to play like that, we play like that. But
after the Celtics won Game 4, tying the series up at 2 apiece, the Hawks would win the next 2 and take the series before getting swept by Cleveland again. It seemed like this would just be another playoff dust-up. I mean, like IT said, playoff basketball is more intense and these things happen. But this feud would carry on a little longer into the next season. During a close Celtics win against the Hawks in January 2017, where IT scored 28, including the game-winning jumper, while Schroder ran into foul trouble, logging only 4 points on the night. Thomas taunted the Phillips Arena crowd, telling them Schroder ain't nothing, and that he was unbothered by the German point guard and knew he would win the battle. It is worth noting this was also an emotional game as longtime Hawk Al Horford was now in the Celtics, joining the team he beat the previous season, but also the team with the brighter future. So a reverse KD basically. But things became problematic when in his post-game interview, Schroder accused IT of trash-talking his mother, saying, "I'm playing basketball. If he thinks he has to curse at my mom or say some dumb stuff about my family that has nothing to do with basketball, that's his choice. I've got too much class for that. Next one, we're gonna get it." This led to Thomas passionately denying the accusation in this clip.
You talk trash, and trash gets talked to you.
Yeah, I don't talk about nobody's moms. I don't cuss at nobody's moms, and I don't talk about people's family. So whatever he said, that's a 100% lie, and he knows that. Because I always say keep it a hoop. When it comes to basketball, I talk about basketball, and I'm a trash talk, and I'm gonna compete. I'm gonna do whatever I can to make my team win a game. But I don't bring parents in it. I don't bring family. I don't even know his mom to curse at her like he said I did or whatever he's lying about. And from this point on, I don't even want to talk about Dennis Schroder because he's not even on the level that I'm trying to be on, and I'm not even focused on him anymore.
That surprised you at all? I mean,
yeah, it's disrespectful to my character because I don't ever go there. And my mom called me that night too, man, and saying, "Why would you?" And she knows I don't go there. Yeah. And like I said, when it comes to basketball, it's strictly basketball. It's not about anybody's family.
A month later in February, before their rematch, Schroder refused to back down from his claims, also revealing he still held a grudge from the elbow to the face IT gave him in the playoffs. Take a look at this pregame interview.
Do you have any reaction? He refuted the comments that you made, that he said some things about your family on the court.
I mean, yeah, everybody heard it too. My family sat courtside too. Tabo heard some things, you know, and he was involved in that. But I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, we just started to compete, you know, and it's getting heated, you know, in the game, and it is what it is.
So once again, we have a situation of Isaiah Thomas denying any wrongdoing, while Schroder feels like it was on purpose. They say there are three sides to every story: person A, person B, and the truth. Usually the truth lies somewhere in the middle. However, if multiple people, including his parents and teammate, claim to have heard Thomas say these things, I'm inclined to believe the truth is probably somewhere closer to what Schroder claims. Fast forward to now, and Schroder was moved to the OKC Thunder to back up Russell Westbrook and Chris Paul, putting up some impressive numbers for a second-string point guard. Maybe he'll get a chance to start again in the future. Thomas, on the other hand, has struggled to find his footing in the league after suffering a hip injury in the 2017 playoffs. Failing to make a positive impact on the court in his stints with the Cavs, Lakers, and Nuggets, he now finds himself on the Wizards, where he can hopefully rebuild his career. Perhaps Schroder is on his level after all. I'd even say above it. To this day, nobody's heard exactly what IT allegedly said besides the parties present at those games. With both players now in opposite conferences and playing different roles, I doubt this beef will live on, even though it was fun while it lasted. Regardless, this story should serve as a lesson for all of you ballers out there to keep your trash talk strictly about the game, because sports are exactly that, just a game. Anyways, I hope you guys were entertained by the video. Please like, subscribe, and share, and let me know if you want me to continue this series. I'm a new YouTuber, so feel free to check out my other videos where I did a football analysis on Kirk Cousins' performance anxiety and how the Washington Redskins can save their franchise, if that sounds like your type of thing. This is Forgotten NBA Beefs Volume 1. I'm CT signing out, and I hope you enjoy your day.